Today, the first issue of the new Kylo Ren comic series was released, which gives insight into Ben Solo's past, the destruction of Luke's Jedi Temple, and the Knights of Ren themselves. The issue opens up showing off the Knights of Ren in action, before Kylo Ren became their leader. They are a Force-sensitive clan, though they refer to their power as the Shadow. It is not entirely clear if they use the dark side, but it is likely, given how they value strength over all else and see one's ability to kill another as an accomplishment. During this flashback, we see their current leader attempt to recruit one of the brothers they came to rescue from planetary security forces. Only one of them, however, was Force-sensitive. In order to join the Knights of Ren, the Force-sensitive brother had to kill his sibling, giving the impression that in order to join the group, one must detach themselves from their past completely. Unfortunately for the two brothers, the non-Force-sensitive one was the one who drew his weapon first, killing his brother in cold blood. But because he did not have the Force, he was killed by the Knights of Ren, as they only valued those who could use the Force to join them. Next came the flashback on the destruction of Luke's Jedi Temple. Unlike what we were initially led to believe, Ben Solo did not physically destroy it himself, but rather it appears that Snoke was the one who brought the entire temple down, using what appears to be a Force Storm type ability. Snoke was able to orchestrate its destruction from across the galaxy, killing all the students within the temple. Not all of the Jedi were killed, however, as a few were off-planet. 3 of these students returned right after the destruction of the new Jedi Order, with them confronting Ben Solo, who was still quite stunned over what had happened. Although he was proud of himself for defeating Luke Skywalker, he saw no need to attack the 3 returned Jedi. But they saw it differently, believing he needed to be stopped over what he had done, and that he was too dangerous to be left alone. 2 of them attacked Ben, but he was easily able to push them back with the Force. They tried again, with the 3rd Jedi joining this time, but once again they were easily beaten by the far more powerful Ben Solo, who this time used the Force more aggressively, nearly killing one of his foes by crushing them with debris. After this fight, Ben fled the scene and left the planet on his starfighter, making a jump into hyperspace to meet up with Snoke. The other 3 Jedi soon entered their own ship and made pursuit after their fallen comrade. Ben's destination led him to some glass-domed garden-like planet that was being corrupted by darkness. Once he landed, he was greeted by Snoke, who warmly welcomed his new student like a father to a child. The two embraced each other in a hug, with Ben being comforted by Snoke over what had happened at Luke's Jedi Temple. We then learn that the injuries on Snoke came from Luke Skywalker, who likely fought the Darksider earlier, with it also being possible that he learned of Snoke's corruption on Ben Solo during said fight, which may have been the final straw that led Luke to confront Ben in the middle of the night as we saw in The Last Jedi. Nonetheless, despite Ben telling Snoke that he killed Luke, the old Darksider was aware that that was not true, understanding that the Grand Jedi Master would not die so easily. Snoke then asked what Ben planned to do next, seeing how he was finally free to choose his own destiny. And Ben mentions his interest in the Knights of Ren, with the first issue ending with that final scene. Let us know what you thought of the first issue of the new Kylo Ren comic series, which is being written by the same author who created the 2017 Darth Vader comic line, and your thoughts on the revelations of what really happened at Luke's Jedi Temple and Ben's early relationship with Snoke.